One, two, three, four.
Welcome to Sunday Media.
We're reporting on the most interesting headlines.
It's the news you need and the entertainment you want every Sunday.
Hit that subscribe button and let's spend Sunday together.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome to Sunday Media.
Welcome back. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. How are you
Happy
doing?
You're here. Doing pretty great. How about you?
Pretty great. This afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes. But I know that we have really great articles. I'm
We
just
do.
excited to talk today. I'm
Yeah.
excited now to get into it.
Yeah.
So
And get our guests later.
I know. I'm so
Mhm.
excited for Sarah to call
Me
in. It's
too.
such a good write-in dilemma.
Great dilemma we all have.
I'm curious to see what she says.
Me
But
too.
a couple things already came to mind when we selected it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm excited to talk
Me
to her
too.
in a little bit.
But I have the first headline.
Okay, go ahead.
It's exciting. We're on theme. We're on brand today. It's a bit
Ooh.
of the Google brand. But so first headline, Alphabet is a powerhouse in the tech industry now, and they've formed partnerships with the biggest names in the business. You know Alphabet,
Yeah.
company, parent company of Google. They've cultivated a range of strategic partnerships, enhancing the array of services and products, fostering innovation, and mostly doing within the fields of AI and machine learning.
Mhm.
So, for example, self-driving, they're partnering with Waymo,
Yeah.
which is a leader in self-driving technology, benefiting greatly from Apple's wealth of knowledge, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. Also within banking, so cloud computing is allowing banks to analyze vast amounts of data in real time and nudges for sort of better decision making.
Mhm.
Like if you need to contribute to your 401k, they'll send you an email, a little nudge. And then healthcare. Obviously, we've talked about this on the podcast before, but a lot of the tools within healthcare and AI are revolutionizing personal healthcare. And it says predicting potential illnesses before they occur, which
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about that with some of the wearables that
Yeah.
help and the biometric stuff. Have you done any virtual doctor's appointments?
Yes. Have you?
No, but I do love that that's an option.
Yes.
That's even something that
Yes.
we weren't doing 10 years
Yeah.
ago. And I feel like they probably pushed that a lot because think about how much more efficient it is.
Right.
No, I lied. I've definitely done at least a consultation.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to go in.
Yeah.
But even a vet, like Jared, my boyfriend will do that for the dog, like a virtual appointment versus bringing them in, like they're reaching their paws, whenever it might be. But isn't that? I feel
No,
like
it's
more
genius.
efficient.
That
Yeah.
is so genius.
Mhm. You can take a picture.
Yeah. But I have the second headline.
Okay.
So I'm excited to share this one. It says, Lucky Girl, a syndrome. Lucky Girl syndrome was going viral on TikTok, but is it really the answer to all of your problems?
Ooh.
I have the answer to all of your problems,
Tell
Kylie.
me. Tell everybody.
I feel like you already do this, but
Okay.
I don't think, we've talked about it now before, but I think you were saying that you didn't really know what Lucky Girl syndrome was before
No.
this. So it says, Lucky Girl syndrome is the idea that as long as you believe that things in life will go your way, they will. You believe that you'll come into money, and you do. You believe that cars will get out of your way so that you can merge onto the freeway, and they move. You believe that you'll be invited to New York Fashion Week, and you are. And so it's basically, it says if you took Psych 101, you might recognize this as the law of assumption, that everything that you believe to be true will, in reality, become true for you. It says maybe you've heard of it being called manifesting, or the book The Secret. And in any case, it's the idea that so long as you believe that you attract luck, the odds will ever be in your favor. So when you think positively, you are attracting more positive things, and you're setting your mindset to only register the positive things.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a great day versus I'm going to have a bad day, because then you're either seeing all the negative things in the day and you're proving yourself right. Or if you say I'm going to have a great day, you're only seeing all the positive. And again, you're proving yourself right.
Yeah.
So there's the woo-woo side of this, but then there's the science behind it. And they prove that the way that your mindset is, or the way that you curate your mindset and the way that you think directs your life. So
Right.
if you're thinking positively, positive things will come to you.
You're in control of your mind.
Yeah. But I started telling you this because I just, after reading The Secret and after learning about manifesting and then reading a lot of these books that go into the science behind why it all works, say that you should think about this or something better. So once you declare what you want, this or something better. And I've told you the story before about how I had an apartment with 3 other roommates. I didn't know them, but I went to the apartment complex. It was a quad, it was a 4. So I saw the layout and I was trying to find the best oriented room.
Yes.
And long story short, I thought the first one was going to be the one. I was like very specific about getting a room or getting an apartment that I could have that room in because I thought it was the best one. And I didn't know this or something better, but I didn't end up getting that room. And ultimately the room that I did get was bigger and it was away from the front door. It was more like secluded inside the apartment. Just this or something better. It always works
I like
out.
that mentality.
Yeah. So it just ends and it says, looking on the bright side and believing that things will work out for you can have a positive impact on your mental health. But as the saying goes, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So don't be hard on yourself in unlucky moments and know that it can be a much deeper issue than plain old bad luck.
Yes.
So thinking positively, thinking that you're the luckiest girl, saying it out, letting yourself believe it. And honestly, like I go around all the time and I'm like, I'm the luckiest person that I know.
Yeah.
And if I told you that, you'd be like, yeah, Shauna's so lucky. And then I think it even more because I'm like, she thinks I'm lucky and I think I'm lucky. And it's this circle.
Gratitude.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I know. Okay. But I heard something. Breaking news. Oh, breaking news?
I heard some breaking news.
What do we got?
Exciting breaking news. We love this breaking news. We hope you do too. Do LED masks actually work?
Oh, I love this.
Yes. This is
I
good
don't have one,
quality
but you have
content.
one. I have asked you so many questions about this.
I do. I think it's a good investment, but there is some information that backs this up. So recently, obviously, these light-emitting masks, commonly known as LED masks, have become the hottest beauty trend. And a lot of people are buying them. And this light therapy, they look futuristic. And it's often a new approach to skincare from the comfort of your home, which I like is using it at home versus having to do something going out.
I'm constantly thinking of ways that I can bring, I can take all of the beauty stuff and I can do it at home. So like I have a steamer.
Yes.
I think I need this red light mask, right? Instead of going to get a facial, not that the facials aren't great, but maybe you're not going every single week like some people.
Yeah.
Same thing with my hairdresser or like when you get your hair done, you could just go and get a blowout once a week.
Yep.
You could go, if there's an event, you could go get your hair done. And it's kind of like you have a professional hairstylist.
Very true.
Like the most famous people have them come to them every time they have an event or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So curating ways to do all of the
I see.
the stuff at home and just having that luxury every day.
Yes.
I think I need one of these.
It's great.
So does it say it works?
I think it works, but it does say LED masks have advanced skincare tools. The therapeutic light penetrates the skin at different depths depending on the color. So there's red and blue, and then you can do a mix. And for mine, it's only 3 minutes of red and 3 minutes of blue, but I feel like it helps like glow and like your
doesn't it help with acne, the blue?
Acne for the blue
and the
collagen for the red.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you got yours, you said that you got it on sale and stuff, but they're like $7,000 or something.
Get it on a discount. It's not that much, but it's definitely a significant investment. But it does say it could be worthwhile as an addition if you're constantly going to get facials or you're in the market for new skincare device.
Oh my gosh.
So yes, I think it's very helpful.
So from the experts, it works.
Yes.
And you know what we should do? We should come out with a line of skincare.
Okay.
For Sunday Media. I mean, we talk about this stuff all the time. We're all into health and wellness. Maybe we come out with our own red light mask or wand or something in the future.
I like
Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yes. We're very into the LED, the lights and infrared.
I use my red light wand every night. I think I'm going to buy one of the, I think I'm going to gift it to myself, maybe just for the holidays or something.
That's pretty good.
Or maybe just in celebration of Sunday Media.
Yes. I like it.
Awesome. Okay, so Sarah's going to be calling in.
Yes.
So let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And then we've got an honest opinion dilemma that we need her help with.
We'll be right back.
I know, I'm so excited.
Me too. It's time for our honest opinions.
Yay.
I think I hear the phone.
Oh.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Kylie. Hi, Shauna.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Sunday Media.
Thank
How
you
are
so
you
much.
today?
I'm so honored to be here. I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're honored to have you.
I know, honored. I love that.
Yeah,
Good. Well, we had somebody write in,
I
and
heard.
we've got a question/dilemma for you that we need all your opinions on. And if you
Okay.
haven't, I mean, it's called honest opinions. So if you've got something that's a
She'll be
little,
honest,
yeah, tough love, we welcome that too.
Okay.
So, okay, they said, Dear Honest Opinions, as a woman juggling a full-time job, family responsibilities, and trying to maintain a social life, I'm completely overwhelmed. I rarely have time for self-care, and it started to affect my mental and physical health. How can I carve out time for myself and prioritize self-care without feeling guilty or negatively affecting my other responsibilities? Signed, overwhelmed and exhausted.
I literally feel like I could have written this in. I mean, it's just so relatable. And I relate to it right now because I literally just moved from New York back to Philly, which is great, but move, check. I got a new role at work like 6 weeks ago, check. It's the same company, but different role. I feel like anytime the seasons change, there's always, that added element of dealing with something different every day. So check there, check. I've never been busier or like felt like I had less time for myself.
Yeah.
But I read something the other day and it was like the definition of stress is like adaptation to change. And I feel like for me, like I notice I feel so much more triggered and so much more overwhelmed when things are changing. Which is unavoidable. Things are always changing. But I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, so that's why I'm stressed when everything changes. Like it's put so simply, but it's never something I thought about before. So what I've been trying to do and like what I do when I feel stressed is I try to just like peel back every layer to get to like a state of like the most simplicity that I can like possibly accomplish. So if that means like literally like waking up, going to work, coming home, going to bed, like that's what I do, like try to like return to homeostasis. Because I feel like in our culture it's always like, oh, like take a vacation, like work hard, play hard. But like what I realized is like, oh, I actually need days to like do nothing. So like if that means like I take a vacation day and I go nowhere and like I don't go on a trip and like I actually do absolutely nothing, that might be something that I need. And that's something that I've literally never done before. Like maybe I've done it on a Saturday or Sunday. I don't know if you guys have ever taken vacation to do nothing. But I feel like that's what I just try to do. Like I try to get back to a place of like homeostasis, complete stability, as much as you can, as much as you can control. And then you like gradually add things back to try to take control again. But also sometimes you just have to accept that like some things are out of your control and like you're riding the wave, until it gets calm again.
Yeah, this is such a good one for you. I feel like your life is insanely busy. You're commuting from Philly to New York. Like, that is an exercise, like, just like everything in its of itself.
Yeah, you are the perfect person to answer this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I was talking to actually my therapist this morning, and I was saying to her like how everyone's been asking me about the commute. Like, oh my gosh, how is it? And I was like, and it's almost stressing me out more.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, how's your commute? How's your commute? And I'm like, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. None of your business. Yeah. And she said to me, she was like, how about next time you just say like, well, like I'm a superhero.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Like you're right. It's amazing that I can do that. And she was like, just sort of like, not like dismiss it, but kind of, because I feel like when I'm stressed, like the last thing, like think about it when you're stressed, the last thing you want is someone being like, are you feeling stressed? Like, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Wait, that's so
a great
true.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, because like specifically on the commute thing, if somebody is like, It's just like when you're telling a story,
Yeah.
really. How you're presenting the story or how you respond can actually dictate how the person responds. So if you're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's great, it's good," like, or like what you said, "I'm a superhero, it's all good, everything's been good," then they're like, "Oh, that's so great," because people do want to hear that things are good.
Yeah.
But if you're like, "Oh, it's a really tough commute, but like I'm dealing with it," then they're like, "Oh yeah, I know it's got to be hard." So like you help navigate how the conversation is going to go, and
Totally.
so it depends on like how you respond and almost like not feeding into it, because then you're just you're making it a bigger thing in your own head, and then you would start to think that the commute is a bigger deal than it actually really is.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll test it out. I'll let you ladies know how it goes. But I feel like also like the guilt and the shame is like so real of like, oh my gosh, I have like all of these things to do. And like I'm feeling guilty or like shameful about like taking time for myself. But like something I always think about is you have to put on your oxygen mask before you can put on someone else's. And it's like, that runway runs out. Like if you're feeling, I think she said like physically and mentally exhausted, like that is a signal. Like your body is saying like, I need to slow down. I need rest. Like that is actually the most important and like non-selfish thing that you can do. Because what's on the other side of that, like a potential breakdown. And then that's potentially like even more difficult for family, friends to help you navigate. So it's actually better to, when you're feeling that way, pay attention to that, honor that, try to alleviate it the best that you can.
Yeah, and to have your partner like be a part of it too. I'm just thinking of you and the amount of weddings that you had this year and
Oh my God, I know.
how you guys sort of straddled the amount of them, and you didn't go to all of them. Or what was your agreement about like navigating how many weddings that you had?
Yeah, so we had 10. And then we each it ended up working out that like each of us missed another one that the other one had. And I think we were really feeling tempted, like, oh, like, should we like rearrange our schedules so that we can go to everyone? And like we said to each other, you know what, like we need to just like compromise, and it's actually fine to like not rush around and to say no sometimes. And I feel like that's such a cliche. People are like, oh, like say no more, or like say yes, no. We just like say yes more. And it's like, it's so dependent, obviously, but I am somebody that always says yes to everything.
Yeah.
So saying no for me is really, really difficult. But like if it's something that Kevin and I can divide and conquer, like, okay, you go to this wedding, represent us, tell them I'm so sorry I can't be there. And like I do the same.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
And I feel like it's easier saying no getting older and creating more boundaries for sure. Yeah. Even with my like just with parents and siblings and friends. So we're glad. Thank God you said yes. Thank you for
that. I did say yes to this. It's true.
Yeah, thank God. No, but that's so true, because I know so many other people too, and you, like who have had so many weddings. Like what a real thing that, and not just you're struggling with. I mean, there's probably so many things that this person is thinking about too. But that was my first thought too, as I'm reading it. I'm like, you start to have to say no to certain things and create those boundaries. But like, I think we all are people who we want to respond to everything. We want to be able to do everything. And but the thing is, like, I always feel caught up when I make promises to myself and promises to other people, and those are not the things that I ever want to compromise on. So it's like the extras. What are the extras that are coming in that I have to say no to because I need to continue just like honoring these things and then keeping the rest, you know, like getting good sleep and all the other stuff. Because like you don't want to let everybody down. I think there is a compromise. I've had people be like, I can't show up as my best self today, so like I'm going to cancel, which is fine. And I can totally honor that. But at the same time, don't think that I'm going to be available the next time that you want to reschedule either. So it's like, like I've had somebody I've rescheduled 3 times with, not me, them. And I'm like, this is for you. Like now I'm not available this 4th time, which is totally fine. But sometimes I feel like you need to like suck it up because you've made an honored commitment. You have a commitment you need to honor. But then it's like other things. Oh, I can't come to that concert. I can't come for this weekend or something. It's like the extra stuff that you're piling on, because then you really don't have the extra time to ever recoup.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And I think it's being serious about the commitments that you make too, because to your point,
Yes.
like make sure your commitment means something.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever read You Are a Badass? It's like that yellow book.
Yes. Yes.
I remember something I read in there and they said like the most important promises are the ones that you make to yourself. Like never break a promise that you make to yourself. So when I say
love
like I'm
her.
going to
I
do
know.
something on the weekend, like oh like I'm going to go for a run or like I'm going to go do this, I think to myself like is that a promise I'm going to make to myself? Is that a commitment I'm going to make to myself? And I
Yeah.
answer yes or no, honestly. And if I answer yes, like I have to do
You have
it.
to.
I
Yeah.
have to do it. Like that's a commitment that I made to myself. Just because it's you to you doesn't mean that you get to break it. So I try to do that with other people too. Like if I commit to do something with people, even though like inevitably it might roll around and I'll be like, oh, like I don't feel like doing this. It's like, no, like my yes means something, especially as I start to say no more, like your yes has to mean more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Great
you just
point.
don't commit up front. So you're not obligating yourself later, but the ones that you do say yes to, yeah, that's like that's kind of where you become like an adult. You have to honor your commitments.
Right.
But I love what you're saying because I have read that book, but I'm actually reading a different book right now that talks about that same thing. And their whole point behind bringing that up is like, if you can't even trust yourself to do the things that you've made promises to for yourself, like returning that thing, going on the run, whatever it is, like those are the things that you should be honoring for yourself, promises that you made to yourself, because otherwise, like, how can somebody else trust you or how can you trust other people? You have to be number one for yourself.
Right.
Also.
Like that's table stakes. And I feel like that goes back to this question too. Like I'm physically and mentally exhausted. Like that's priority one. Like you are priority zero. And like
Yes.
prioritizing yourself isn't selfish. And I know that that's like a step change in how people think, but it's not. Like I think we can all agree on the phone. It's not selfish. So this person should know that it's not a selfish thing to do.
And Sarah has a lot of friends and she has, it's hard not to spread yourself thin when because you're such a good friend and you have so many great friends, but you hope, and I'm sure they all do, but just understand the stress that certain people are under and that if you're saying no to not make you feel bad. I feel like I've had to cut certain friends just in the past where it's just not aligned
because it's just too pressured and
yeah.
Yeah, right. Like no bad vibes created for anyone. And I feel like I'm somebody that deals with that guilt. So like whenever I'm sensing that from someone else, like I give them like the patience I hope somebody would give me.
Yes.
But then again, it's like then your yes means more. So like even if that means you're scheduling a catch up like 6 months out, like fine. Like I'll FaceTime you in between and like send you texts and like, voice notes and like we'll still stay in touch. But like that 6 months, like when we do hang out, like that's going to be like the most epic day ever. So like I'm totally fine with that. But again, it's like that commitment then is more sacred.
Yes, definitely. I love that.
Oh my gosh. That was such good advice.
Yes. Superhero Sarah.
Oh,
seriously.
You are so sweet. But I'll test out the superhero tactic.
Yes.
Making it till I make it.
We do want to hear the feedback. And I hope that the writer, I mean, it's all anonymous. Like, we're not going to call out names, but I do hope that anybody listening that relates to this or the person who wrote in about this can give us some sort of feedback, email us, DM us on the Instagram. Let us know if any of this has worked for you, how things have changed. There's definitely ways to navigate it. And I think that these are all very, like every person that's written in, these are all things that I feel like anybody
Very
could relate
relatable.
to. Yeah. So it's not like, well, thanks so much, Sarah, for calling in today.
Yeah, thank you, ladies. Oh my gosh. It was so much fun.
Well, we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Talk soon. Thank you.
She had such good advice. Like the best guest advice.
Good energy.
She has such good energy. Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait for you to say it. Oh. And I hope that the person that wrote in, it's all anonymous, but I hope the person that wrote in gives us some feedback and that everything works out.
Me too.
Such a common problem.
Very.
So, but it's time for mini mic moment. Woo! Okay. Let me share this one with you, but I want to share it because I'm so curious if you do any of these things. And I feel like I already know, but I want to hear your opinion on it. So it's the 5 100% free upgrades that will transform your life. And okay, ready?
Yeah.
It says number 1 is habit stacking with motivational podcasts. So listening to a motivational or educational podcast and doing that on your commute or while you get ready, or stacking it with a workout, or folding dishes, or
You might be folding your dishes.
Might be folding your dishes.
You're so efficient. You do both
at the same time. So habit stacking, and we've talked about this on a previous episode.
Yes.
So like, okay, top podcast, top favorite podcast. Besides Sunday Media.
Oh my gosh, like Huberman Lab?
Yes, I love that one too.
Yes.
Okay, number 2 is to walk 10,000 steps a day.
Okay.
You wear your watch, you have your watch on, get your steps every day. It says if you haven't heard that walking is the new IT workout, daily walking can improve cardiovascular fitness, aid in maintaining a healthy weight, strengthen your bones, muscles, and endurance, and increase your energy levels. It also enhances your mood and your sleep, and it boosts your immune system and reduces stress. And it helps with your cortisol levels.
It's so funny just walking, because it's like obviously in the past and before cars and before everything, we were walking. We've been walking our whole lives, and it's just a reminder that we need to walk, which is, I don't want to say like such a stupid reminder, but we don't have the opportunity anymore to really be walking. Like in Europe, yes, but in America, it's not as walkable.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because we can't really drive. We have to drive to work. We can't always walk to work.
Yeah.
And a lot of us either work from home or we work in an office. And so if you're just not intentional about getting your steps,
right,
then you're not getting enough movement for the day.
Correct.
Now you could work out, but if you're like the walking, I mean, it's good for all those things.
Yes.
Then that's why they coined it the hot girl walk.
Hot girl walk.
Hot girl walk. Listen to your podcast, do your walk in the morning, getting sunlight, so you're getting vitamin D, and when you get the morning light, it also energizes you.
Yeah, and it helps
so
with your
like 4 things
circadian
at
rhythm.
once. Exactly. Okay, number 3 is to go to bed earlier. Think of an extra hour of sleep as the most powerful supplement or superfood in the world. After all, sleep is critical for basically every system of the body, from brain function to your immune system to hormone production. Plus, when you go to bed earlier, you're more likely to wake up earlier and have time to enjoy a slow shower to start your day, set an intention, or a workout. Yeah. I like to do a cold shower in the morning. I like to, and that's a quicker shower because I've walked or I've worked out in the morning and I shower and like I washed my hair the night before. Yeah. But this is obviously resetting before the day and like before getting changed. So going to bed earlier so that I can do those things in the morning, I've totally changed that. Not this week because we've been doing power recording all week. But on a normal night, I'm falling asleep at like 9:30 on the couch, and I'll get up at between like 5 and 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to get tired at that time now at our age.
It's old. But I prioritize the morning stuff, whereas, I mean, in high school and going to school, we always did, but that was not, I mean, in between those years, that was not my goal. I would stay up really late and I would try to sleep in when I could, but I feel like the day just gets wasted and it goes away because after a certain point, I start dimming the lights in the house, put on the red lights in the house. We were talking about the red light mask, which like I didn't even mention this, but I put red light bulbs in our lamps in the bedroom, and we have them in the shower and the little private bathroom or where the toilet is in the bathroom, just because in the evening it helps lower your cortisol levels and it starts to get you into that nighttime routine. Right. So even if I come back from a workout or I come home from work or something, by the time the evening starts rolling in and the sun has set over the house, we start dimming the lights. Yeah. And it just starts to set you for a nighttime routine. You're starting to calm down. And I take a warm shower or hot shower at night. And so I'm promoting that. So by the time that 9:30 rolls around, I'm already tired. I'm not productive in the evening anymore like I used to be. So, okay, then the next one is getting morning sunlight, which if you're doing a hot girl walk in the morning, you're getting the vitamin D, right? You're you're listening to your podcast, and you're getting morning sunlight. It says getting morning sunlight first thing in the morning can do more than just help you get to sleep earlier and improve your sleep quality overall. Your circadian rhythm is regulated by light exposure, and viewing morning sunlight prepares your body and mind for the day ahead. The free, accessible, and research-backed biohack also promotes more energy, improved mood, and better digestion. Yeah, so when we see the sunlight in the morning, it helps our body set and say, okay, it's time to be productive, it's time to have the day, and as the sun goes away, naturally we should be getting more tired, and that's the time to sleep.
Yeah, and without sunglasses for 10 minutes is apparently a human lab thing.
I listened to that whole episode too, because you want the light to come into your eyes. And okay, so do you get morning sunlight?
I do. Well, I've been more intentional about it. Like, I can see the effects if I don't go out within the first hour of waking up, or say I am in the house all day.
Yeah,
I can tell I need to go touch grass, or just see some sunlight.
Yeah.
Get some sunlight in my eyes, some vitamin D on my skin. I will meditate outside and just face the sun is what I like to do.
Yeah.
But it's still coming through my eyelids, I think.
Yeah, even if you had your cup of coffee outside in the morning.
Yes, that's perfect.
Or you just walk around barefoot in the grass, you drink your cup of coffee, you get the morning sunlight, you spend 15 minutes outside, and then you come in and start your day.
Yes. However, in the winter, I mean, you still can obviously walk outside. It definitely gets a little bit harder. But
it's so much harder in the winter.
Get a little cozy outside.
You have a nice comfortable chair outside, sitting around your balcony, patio. And then the last one is the DIY lymphatic drainage massage.
Okay.
The benefits of lymphatic drainage massage go beyond a sculpted jawline and less bloated stomach. Its techniques are the holy grail of supporting your body's detoxification system, boosting the immune system, rejuvenating cellular function, and minimizing excess fluid retention. And while getting a massage or buying fancy tools can be fun and helpful, all you need is your hands and any lotion or oil that you already have for a better slide. Yeah, so I use the dry brush. I gua sha every night.
Yeah, your gua sha.
And they're saying, if you just put on lotion or a body oil on your hands, doing the drainage yourself can make such a big difference, because when you're getting rid of the excess fluid, it's helping your cellular function. I mean, there's just so many benefits that we should be doing this all the time, not just going to get those massages, unless you just have millions and that's part of your routine, your healthcare routine. I'm all for that too.
Definitely. No, it's very good.
Yeah, so those are the 5. So those are going to transform your life if you're not already doing all of them.
Free.
There you go, 100%.
Yeah,
I know.
That's good.
What a good episode.
Very good.
And it was so on theme, and I don't even think that we necessarily meant for it to be so aligned.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, good. Well, let's do a little cheers.
Okay.
Episode. Okay. Cheers.